so that
that's your entire
on any other machine.
Okay.
Okay, so we all have this new data frame, right? And it's got the same variables that we started with. And what we can do is the same thing that we did last time. So let's create, oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes, if you do this with a sampling procedure, you will get logically inconsistent results. For example, the number of drinks should never be higher than 0 if the person never drinks, right? But unfortunately, because of our sampling process, we got some rows where days of the week is 0, meaning they never drink, but the number of drinks they have in any given setting is a value. That's a logical inconsistency. And it's because this is a fake data set. So what we're gonna do is address a subpopulation, right? So we're gonna change some of the variables in the num drinks column. But we don't wanna change all of them. We only wanna change the ones where the day's drink is 0, right? So what we're doing is we're putting in brackets, specifying within the matrix a subsection of this variable, and saying, on the rows where the day's drink is 0, we want to change the num drink to 0, right? And so we can just click Control-Enter on that, and it'll do it for us. It'll find those rows, it'll change the number in the num drinks to 0, where it should be.
So you already did that, but if we were setting this up, that's...
You are setting this up. You just set this up. That's your magical construction on your computer there. And so you have to address the logical inconsistencies that you just created.
And to do that, you would enter the equals 0 parentheses.
Yes. My new data, $ num drinks, bracket, which, parentheses, my new data, $ days drink equals 0, and parentheses and bracket,
just
caret,
whatever values
dash,
you're using
0.
for your particular
But you
data
saw
set.
that.
Yes, yeah. Because what it did was, so in this data frame, right? Let's change these, right? So,
Oh, it won't change in here. You'd have to reprint it.
Tim never drinks.
Oh, okay. So I'm not
Jane
going to
drinks
see
some
the
days, John can't stop, right? But because we sampled,
So go.
Tim might have 2 here.
Oh.
That's not cool. That doesn't make sense, right? I mean, unless you were thinking like, Tim, in a hypothetical situation, we were sitting down to have a drink, how many would you have? That makes sense, but in terms of what we're measuring here, it doesn't.
You won't necessarily.
Right? And so for Jane, having a 1 or a non-zero value there is logical. Actually, as a matter of fact, we have another logical inconsistency where there's a chance that John got 0 there, right? But we don't want to address that because that requires another sampling procedure. But no, wait, actually, entertain me. I'm sorry, folks. I swear we're almost at the end. Oh, no, so we addressed this because the drinks was a sampling between 1 and 12, right? So it was impossible to sample 0 drinks. I addressed this earlier. And so all we have to do is take care of these situations where people don't drink during the week, but for some reason we gave them a number, right? And so the which function that I have in the brackets there to address this data frame is isolating these rows where days drink is 0 and num drink is not, I think. Yeah. Basically, we're just changing any value where days drink is 0 to 0 in the num drink column. Does that make sense? Because it's cool if it doesn't. I took like many sleepless nights trying to digest this information. Okay. And what we're gonna do, we didn't do the working directory. Okay, so what you're gonna wanna do is quickly hit enter, and on line 121 type GETWD, open end parentheses. Just quickly for the purposes.
I would say. There's something. Create a new line.
So, just
Create a new line. This wasn't there.
Okay.
Just create a new line, type GETWD, parentheses with nothing in it.
Okay.
And then hit Control-Enter when you're done. And what it'll show you is a file path in your computer. Basically, it's telling you I'm hiding somewhere in here, and this is where, right? But that's important to say, like, you generated this cool new data set, for example, or like you added a column that was consequential to what you were working with, and you want to spit this back out so that you can use it in the world of not R, right? And so what we're going to do is do a write CSV command, which is, again, fairly intuitive, and we're going to write our new data object, my new data. We're going to give it a name, mynewdata.csv, so that the computer knows how to deal with it. And we're going to quickly tell it, like, I don't care about the row names. If you do, you can change that to T, which stands for true. But in this case, we have an ID that corresponds with the row name, so it's totally unnecessary, and it actually introduces another column that can sometimes be annoying. So, because we typed getWD, we now know where in the computer it's working, and when we do the write CSV, it'll actually put this file in that spot. Right? So if it told you that you're working from your downloads, you now have a new file in your downloads called mynewdata.csv. If it was working in your desktop or your documents, that's where it is. But you can now access it, right? And that's all I got for you today. I hope that was at least a little helpful for you folks.
Just before you guys all leave, I just want to let you guys know that with all this awesome new data analysis you're doing, if you want to write a paper and present at a conference, come talk to either me or Tim. I'll be doing future research presentations about how you can get into research and use all these tools that you're learning. And you should come to Caffeinated Conversations so you can talk to professors and get into their research. It's going to be Wednesday morning, 8:30 a.m. in Thompson Lobby.
And there will be croissants because Stephanie and I are making them.
No, there's not croissants. There's cinnamon
not?
buns.
Ooh, even better.